Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to my daily live session. And I'm sorry I got delayed almost by an hour today. I was held up with a company, and by the time reached back through the traffic in Bangalore, it got delayed a little. So sorry for that. So let me start off by giving a very quick brief of what I'm doing here today. Every day, I've been doing a live streaming session on various topics for creating world-class companies and exceptional leaders. And this week, I started a series on mindset and culture. Yesterday, I started that by talking about our brain and mind. Let me just share that so that you can see the slides too. What is that I shared? And on this slide, you can see I started with the contents, which was what I'm going to be speaking in this series. And after that, spoke about our brain, our mind yesterday, which was a brief introduction to our brain. And after that, a brief introduction to our mind. These are the two things which I did yesterday. And today, I will be introducing you to mindset. I spoke about brain being the hardware in our body, and then mind being the software in our body. And today, let me introduce you to mindset. My understanding of mindset. Again, it's something which may be different, maybe something which is new to you, or maybe you're already aware of that. So let me start off by introducing mindset, and then I'll continue tomorrow with the concept of culture. So let mindset. When I talk about to explain mindset, I would start by telling that our brain captures all our experiences and their emotions as memories. I think there is no what should I say, discussion or a point of debate on this. Whatever that we are experiencing in our life are all captured as memories or experiences linked to emotions. That's why on in the circle on the left side, you can see the emotions indicated, emoticons with multiple emotions. And these emotions sometimes are good, sometimes are bad, sometimes are nice and neutral. They are not always the same. So it can be different. Could be a good memory, not a so good memory, or a ugly memory. That's again quite natural, isn't it? So on the left side, you see that these memories could be having different types of outcomes, and then based on these memories, a framework is formed. That is what mindset is all about. Based on these memories, our brain develops a unique framework, or mindset as usually known. And the unfortunate reality is that this mindset framework cannot be switched off. It is always on. If it could be switched off and on, we could possibly uh, behave in different ways, and our mindset really would not cause a problem or cause a support or help us in achieving whatever we are achieving. That, but it has to be. It cannot be switched off at all. It's always on. This filter is always on. So whatever we perceive, whatever we think that we are doing consciously is always through this filter. We are not like computers where there is no baggage, and always the particular reality is looked at in a very neutral perspective. That never and never happens, because always whatever we are doing is always through this filter. Now, next interesting thing is that our mind, through this filter, is originating from these from the filter. Predictions are done in real time by our subconscious mind. This is again very interesting phenomenon. Predictions are done in real time in our subconscious mind. These predictions are in real time. When I say real time, it is real time. It's not about talking about what's going to happen 2 days from now or 3 days from now. It's about what's going to happen in the next immediate instant. That's what is predicted by the mind. And these predictions happen in real time. To just give you a very simple example, early morning when you wake up, you just open your eyes and you find it difficult to locate items in your room. It's not easy to find out where your alarm clock is or where your switch is. It'll take a couple of seconds, whereas the same thing after about 10 seconds would happen in a jiffy. There is no need for any uh, real effort at all. And that's because during these 2 to 3 seconds, mind would have seen the picture outside and already done a prediction as to what's going to happen the next immediate instant. That's a very interesting example that you can look at and relate to. And locally go into the science portion of it. These predictions are basically done about 500 milliseconds in advance, again in real time basis, for preparing our response. And this is called as readiness potential. You can do a research and then try to look at that particular topic. Otherwise, I could share a link with you. I would do that now as we are speaking. I'll try to search it out. There is a possibility of searching this as a experiment which was done earlier. It was by a German scientist, and later it came about to be done by American scientist in San Francisco. It's called as the Libet's experiment. I will see if I can get that, and after that share that with you so that you can look it out. And this basically talks about the mind being able to predict a couple of seconds before the actual reality happens. So that's something which is very, very important that one needs to understand. So I'm going to share this and then link it out here so that you can check it out. This is the website. This is my videos. You can just look into it. And then here, when you go to these videos, you see the various videos. And one of the videos is readiness potential. So I'm going to share that screen now so that you can have a look at that before we go on further. So let me now talk about this video. This is the one which we are talking about. Here there is a video which says Libet experiment. You could either do it here, or you could also go to YouTube and then search out for Libet experiment, and that gives you the idea as to what this experiment is all about. And once that experiment is, I didn't show it to you, so now it is being shown. So let's go here. This is a Libet's experiment. This particular video, it's on the second page or the third page of my videos listing, and this is the website Samutana website, which is duhau.dinakarmurthy.com/videos, which is on the screen. You can see that. And once you look at this, then you check out the Libet's experiment. Then you can only understand what science I'm talking about. This is not really mumbo jumbo or anything like that. This is really science which has been experimented. And therefore, it becomes even more important for me to say that the predictions topic which I'm talking about is true. It's not something which is assumed. And the other thing which is interesting is, in the same experiment, as you continue, it says that the conscious mind recognizes this readiness only about 200 milliseconds before any response. So consciously, we're recognizing 200 milliseconds before the response. So we have a window of 200 milliseconds to react. And this reaction window which we have got is something which is extremely close for us to be able to control what we do consciously. Therefore, most of the time, our entire life is being driven by the subconscious. That's something which we need to do. And that's how the mindset gets formed. If suppose we were to work without any influence from the subconscious, then we would be really not having any problem with the mindset at all, isn't it? Now, once this understanding is there, let me continue with my presentation on what mindset is. Our mindset, which drives these predictions, basically is defining the way we are perceiving the reality in comparison with the predictions. Always the predictions are the base. That's why you see this filter indicated in the color here, always there. In relation to that, the mind perceives. In relation to that, we think by connecting the dots. On the left side, you are seeing that the pictorials are increasing. First is you had a filter, and after that you got the various senses shown here. That is what is being input into the mind. And then the connection of the dots, which happens at the core, which is what is enabling the thinking by connecting the dots to establish the cause and effect. And then comes the next activity of deciding. This decision making or deciding basically happens either by the gut, which is represented by the gut here, or very logically, where you are trying to assess the bad and the good, or the benefits and the effort involved, and then you take a decision. So that's the next step which is happening in the mind. All this is happening in fractions of a second, my dear ladies and gentlemen. It's not something which is going to take ages. And then we are deciding. Once we decided, we act or we respond. And we do that for survival, progeny, belonging, and evolving life. These are the 4 drivers of any subconscious. And once we understand this principle, saying that, look, whatever we are doing, whatever we are behaving is basically driven by the subconscious, then a lot of things become easy. We can sleep well at night, and there is no real problem in understanding that whatever I did because my subconscious drove me to do it. And then we try to think of how to change the subconscious, how to reprogram the subconscious. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the days to come. Mindset, therefore, defines the way we are perceiving, thinking, deciding, acting, and responding. At this stage, I'm going to end today's talk. And tomorrow, I'm going to continue by talking about culture. How can this be related to the culture? So mindset is something which is defining the way we are perceiving, thinking, deciding, acting, and responding. And that is a key for success and failure. The ones who are doing better have a different mindset than the ones who are not doing so good. And once we understand what this mindset is all about, then we can cultivate that mindset. It only takes time. It's not going to happen just like that, because the ones who succeeded and succeed continuously have developed this mindset over so many years. So it takes time, but we know the path. And then it's a question of starting the journey and going on that path. So with that, thanks a lot for watching. For those of you in India, have a nice evening. For those of you outside India, have a great day ahead. And see you tomorrow around 8:30. Hope I'll be again 8:30, or maybe it gets delayed, because tomorrow also I've got the same assignment with another client. And maybe if it gets delayed, I'm really sorry. So I'll anyway speak whatever be the time tomorrow evening too, and continue with the culture. Thank you so much. And goodbye. Thank you. Namaskara.